Good day everyone and to my lecturer. We are from Astronomics Group 2 and today we will be presenting our group assignment for SSU1023 Basic Anthropology and Sociology. Our chosen topic is cyberbullying under topic 5. The title of our presentation is Cyberbullying, a comparative analysis of Malaysia and the Philippines. In this presentation, we will examine cyberbullying as a social issue using sociological concepts such as deviance, social norm, socialization, and social control. We will also compare how cyberbullying is shaped by different social and institution contexts in Malaysia and the Philippines.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone, my name is Khairunissa and I will be introducing you to our topic which is cyberbullying, a comparative analysis in Malaysia and the Philippines. And first I will be talking about what is cyberbullying, and the second one is why is cyberbullying considered as a social issue, not an individual problem. So first of all, cyberbullying is an important sociological issue because it shows how modern technology can encourage deviant and harmful behavior. In today's digital society, people spend a lot of time online and this has created spaces for bullying happens. Cyberbullying involves a repeated and intentional act of using digital tools such as social media, messaging app or online platform to harass, threaten or emotionally harm someone else. Unlike traditional bullying, it can happen anytime and anywhere, which make the impact more serious. So this constant exposure has led to a psychological fear, stress and emotional damage for the victim. Next, cyberbullying should not be seen as an individual problem, but as a social issue because it reflects deeper down how people behave and interact online. This behavior often comes from group conflict, peer pressure, and weak social norms in digital spaces. It shows the socialization in online environment has failed to promote empathy and responsibility. Therefore, stopping cyberbullying requires a collective action such as stronger social norms, awareness, and cooperative from school, parents, online platform, and society as a whole. Next, I'll be talking about cyberbullying as a crime and deviance. Cyberbullying is considered as a form of deviance because it is involved behavior that goes against social norms and expectations. Deviance simply means action that society sees as unacceptable or wrong. When this deviant behavior is punished under the law, it's then become a crime. For example, online harassment may start as a deviant behavior, but in the Philippines, aggressive acts done through social media are punishable under the Anti-Bullying Act 2013. This means cyberbullying is officially recognized as a criminal act. The anonymity of the internet often makes perpetrators feel safer and less afraid of the consequences, which encourage more harmful behavior. Social norms. Social norms are the written or unwritten rules that guide how people should behave in the society. Cyberbullying clearly violates this norm because it replaces respectful communication with insults, abuse, and harmful language. Even though cyberbullying is not physical, it still breaks the norm of protecting others' emotional and physical well-being. Victims often experience fear, stress, anxiety as a result of these actions. One example of deviance is impersonations, whereby someone creates a fake profile or spreading false information about another person. This behavior violates the norm of honesty and trust in online communications. Another example is sharing someone else's private information or images without their consent. This breaks the norms of respecting personal boundaries and privacy in the digital interactions. So, to conclude, cyberbullying has become a major issue in digital society due to the rapid and widespread use of technology in our daily life. Most interaction now happen online instead of face-to-face. These changes has made people become less controllable and less emotionally connected to others. As a result, empathy is reduced and aggressive behavior becomes more common in the online spaces.
Hi everyone, my name is Elia and I'm going to be presenting on the topic factors affecting cyberbullying behavior among university students in Malaysia. This presentation is based on a review study by Abdurrahman et al. 2023. Firstly, I will briefly explain the study context. Cyberbullying refers to intentional, harmful behavior carried out through digital platforms such as media social, messaging application, and online forums. In Malaysia, cyberbullying has become a growing concern among university students due to the widespread use of smartphones and media social. The situation became more serious during periods of increasing online activity, such as the movement control order, where students spend more time interacting online. This study reviews previous research to identify the main factors of influencing cyberbullying behavior among student university. Using the theory of planned behavior as its main framework. Next, I will discuss the key factors influencing cyberbullying behavior. The first factor is attitude. Attitude refers to how students personally view cyberbullying. If a student believes that cyberbullying is acceptable, harmless, or just a form of joking, they are more likely to engage in such behavior. Positive or permissive attitudes toward online aggression increase the risk of cyberbullying. The second factor is subjective norms. Subjective norms refer to the social pressure students feel from peers. When students believe that their friends or peer groups approve of cyberbullying or do not see it as a serious problem, they are more likely to take part in it. Peer influence plays a strong role in shaping online behavior. The third factor is perceived behavioral control. This refers to a student's ability to control their own action online. Students who has loss of control or difficulty regulating their behavior are more likely to engage in cyberbullying. In contrast, students who feel confident in controlling their online action are less likely to behave aggressively. The fourth factor is intention. According to the theory of planned behavior, intention is the most direct predictor of behavior. When students form an intention to cyberbully, influenced by their attitudes, norms, and control, they are more likely to actually carry out the behavior. And another important factor discussed in the study is social media use. High levels of social media use increase exposure to online interactions, including negative ones. Social media platforms make it easier for harmful behavior to occur due to anonymity, rapid communication, and wide audience reach. Next, I will provide a sociological explanation. From a sociological perspective, socialization plays an important role. University students learn online norms and behavior through interaction with peers and digital environments. When cyberbullying is not challenged, it becomes normalized. Peer groups as reference groups that influence behavior, students may imitate harmful online actions to fit into their social circles. Finally, norms. Norms is online spaces affect behavior. Weak norms against cyberbullying allow harmful action to continue without consequences, reinforcing such behavior among students. Next, I will explain the role of peer influence and online attitudes. Peer groups strongly influence how students behave online. Students often follow the behavior of their peers to gain acceptance or avoid rejection. If cyberbullying is common or tolerated within a peer group, students may adopt similar behaviors. Additionally, repeated exposure to negative online behavior can shape students' attitudes, making cyberbullying seem normal or acceptable. In conclusion, this study shows that cyberbullying behavior among Malaysian students is influenced by attitudes, subjective norms, perceived behavioral control, intentions, and social media use. The theory of planned behavior helps explain how these factors interact to shape student online behavior. Understanding this influence is essential for developing effective strategies to reduce cyberbullying in university setting. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Valencia Grace and I would like to present about cyberbullying in Philippines. This article examines the factors that influence cyberbullying involvement among students of Northwestern University in the Philippines. The study explains that cyberbullying has become more common because students frequently use gadgets and social media platforms for communication and learning. The findings show that the media and the school environment are the strongest factors. Easy access to social networking sites, frequent online classes, and limited monitoring increase the risk of cyberbullying. Family and peer influence are also present, especially when there is limited parental supervision and peer pressure, although these factors are less dominant. This study also highlights the negative effects of cyberbullying on students. These include stress, low self-esteem, mood changes, sleep problems, and loss of crime privacy. To cope with cyberbullying, students often focus on their studies, seek support from family or peers, avoid negative online interactions, and use privacy settings on social media. Overall, the study emphasized the importance of stronger involvement from families and schools to improve social media control and reduce cyberbullying in digital spaces.
Hello, I'm Lycia. I will talk about the comparative analysis, Malaysia and the Philippines. Both studies show the peer influence and social media use are major factor contributing to cyberbullying among students. In both countries, cyberbullying increased with greater online interactions, especially due to frequent social media use and constant connectivity. Students in Malaysia and the Philippines are influenced by peer expectations, where harmful online behavior is often normalized and perceived as acceptable or harmless. From a sociological perspective, this reflects the process of socialization where students learn online behavior through repeated interactions with peers and digital environments. When peers fail to condemn cyberbullying, such behavior becomes normalized and may develop into deviant behaviors as it violates social norms of respectful online communications. For example, in Malaysia, beginning of 2020, the Malaysian government has implemented the MCO. This shows how excessive social media use. While in the Philippines, almost all students active using gadgets and exposed to social media platforms. For example, WhatsApp, Facebook, and Telegram. Despite these similarities, the two studies differ in their main emphasis. The Malaysian study focused more on individual attitudes, subjective norms, and perceived behavioral control, highlighting how students' intentions to cyberbully are shaped by peer approval and weak online norms. In contrast, the Philippine study places stronger emphasis on the role of social institutions, particularly family and school environments. Factors such as limited monitoring during online classes, lack of parental supervision, and weak enforcement of school rules contribute to cyberbullying behaviors. The Philippine study also discussed the impacts of cyberbullying on students' mental, emotional, and behavioral well-being, as well as coping mechanisms, which are less emphasized in the Malaysian study. Next, I will talk about cultural and institutional context influence how cyberbullying is experienced in both countries. In Malaysia, peer groups play a dominant role in shaping online behavior, where approval or disapproval from friends strongly affects students' actions. In the Philippines, however, the weakening role of family and educational institutions reduce effective social control, allowing cyberbullying to occur more easily in the digital spaces. This difference shows how cyberbullying is not only an individual issue, but also a result of varying levels of institutional involvement and cultural expectations regarding authority and supervisions. The last part of comparative analysis, I will talk about the sociological concepts. There are three main sociological concepts, which is deviance, socialization, and social control. In the deviance, cyberbullying in both Malaysia and the Philippines is learned through the socializations where students adopt online behaviors from repeated interactions with peers and digital environments. The second one is socializations. Cyberbullying is a form of deviance behavior because it violates accepted social norms of respectful and responsible online communications. The last one is social control. With social control from peers, families, and educational institutions in both countries allows cyberbullying behavior to continue without strong consequence. That's all.
Hello, my name is Deenovenson Jambi and Frankey. My part, I will focus on the media platform analysis. Media platform play an important role in shaping public understanding of cyberbullying as a social issue. In this section, I analyze a YouTube news report by The Star and an online news article by CNA ASEAN related to the cyberbullying case involving Malaysia TikTok influencer Rajeswari Apahu, also known as Asia. From a social perspective, in case illustrate cyberbullying as a form of deviant behavior that violates social norms of respectful online communication. The court action represents formal social control, where legal institution attempts to regulate harmful behavior in digital spaces. However, the Ringgit Malaysia fine imposed highlight the limitation of existing legal framework in effectively deterring cyberbullying. Media coverage through YouTube and online news also function as an agent of socialization, shaping societal attitudes and influencing institutional responses. The CNA reports further show how this case prompts national discussion on strengthening cyberbullying law in Malaysia, demonstration how media can drive policy attention and collective awareness of digital harms. Thank you. In conclusion, cyberbullying is a social problem and not merely individual behavior. It is shaped by peers' norm, media use, and digital culture. Our presentative analysis show that in Malaysia, cyberbullying is strongly influenced by peers groups and online norms, while in the Philippines, family and education institutions play a more significant role. Although media platforms help increase public awareness, legal and institutional cover over cyberbullying remains weak. Therefore, stronger law, institutional action, and collective social responsibility are required. Overall, understanding cyberbullying requires both sociological and anthropological perspective. Thank you.